Hi everyone. Today we will talk about workflow pipelines in the Trango Compute platform. Here I have an example Jupyter Notebook, which uses Dask ML to run a k-means algorithm. The notebook takes in the number of clusters as a parameter with a default value of 3 if no value is provided. And it has a built-in logic, which you can see here, that if the number of clusters is 4 or actually bigger than 4, it would fail the pipeline. Now let us look at the pipelines. I could create a new pipeline, but let us look at the demo pipeline that I've already created. This pipeline also takes the number of clusters as a parameter, again with a default value of 3. Then I have a task for this notebook, which I call k-means. It uses the workspace demo and the cluster Dask. It uses the parameter directly from the pipeline itself, so it injects it in the notebook. If the notebook succeeds, it will run the success notebook. And again, if it fails, then it will run the failure notebook. Now let's look at two example runs of this pipeline. First, the one where the number of clusters was set to 4. You can see here there is the k-means notebook actually here, which has succeeded, right? And when this succeeded, it also ran the success notebook, which also succeeded, but the failure notebook was skipped. From this UI, I can also visualize the executed notebook of this job. So if I click here, it will open up the notebook that was executed. And here you can see the number of clusters was provided and its value was set to 4. And since, it didn't fail, it ran the whole thing. Now let's look at the other job where we used 10 as the number of clusters. And in this job, the k-means notebook actually failed. And when it failed, it skipped the success one, but it executed the failure notebook, basically. And again, here from this UI, we can visualize how this notebook was executed. And you can see here that it raised an error.